So there's this old song by Johnnie Taylor called Cheaper to Keep Her.
It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her.
And I was talking to a friend and he said this phrase and it just sort of made me think, is it cheaper to keep her? You know, and I guess this goes geared more towards if you've been in long-term relationships or relationships that have a lot of stake, and you start thinking, is it cheaper to keep her, right? And when you talk about cheaper, you always think of money and finances. But it made me think further than that. It made me think about emotional currency and peace. Is it really cheaper to keep her? Because financially, I think, man, we probably are always going to lose. But beyond the financial aspect of things, is it cheaper to keep her? And I'm not trying to just generalize relationships, but sometimes I think we are too afraid to answer that question, and we rather just keep her. That's not a bad choice. However, how much is your peace of mind worth? How much is your just lifespan? How much is your health? How much are your emotions worth? These are things to keep in mind in your emotional bank, and see how much you're spending emotionally, how much you're spending from your peace, from being able to be yourself, from being able to just breathe, right? Because I think we get in these relationships that keep you a little bit paranoid, keep you on your toes, and the demands become unbearable, and you still do what you got to do. And that's commendable, you know, when men sacrifice all of their lives and themselves for someone else's peace. But the question is it cheaper to keep her? And I think that answer really just comes to how much are you worth? Is it worth it to you? If it's not worth it to you and you're not worth much, keep her. You belong there. There's something out here for you. The real world is filled with loneliness and a lot of hardship. You don't want to be out here. Stay there comfortable. However, if you're someone that just inside, just something tells you, this just is not me. This is not where I want to be. Then you got to really ask that question and see how much you're spending. Because I think women also spend and they give you. And at the end of the day, it should be balanced out. Sometimes she'll give more, sometimes you'll give more. But when you are drained and you have nothing else to give, and you're giving and giving and giving, and you're not being appreciated, the finances don't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're probably going to get sick and die at some point. Your lifespan is being shortened every day. So what does it matter, right? This is for those men that are asking the question, is it cheaper to keep her? You really have to make, just count. Go to in your emotional bank account. Just go in there and go, you know, I have nothing else. I'm overdrawn. And if you don't see that she's depositing anything, really, really ask the question, is it cheaper to keep her? Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's always cheaper financially. Always. But is it really cheaper to keep her? I'm going to leave it at that. And this is no offense to men that are in that situation that choose to keep her because of whatever reason. It's not for you. I'm speaking to those men that are on the fence, that they've known all along that they've given too much. They're not appreciated, and they never will be. Yet they remain there because of fear, because let's not even go into the reasons. Go into the finances and go, is it cheaper to keep her? How much does it cost to have peace?